Hello folks, back with another review and thoughts on this one, Anything for Jackson. It's a Shudder original, but it's been done before in a way with other, devil, demon, worship, possession, kidnap movies. This one, is probably going to get a lot of praise. To each their own, I guess. If you like the film, that's cool. I can't say I didn't like it, but at the beginning it was kind of interesting because it's this older couple they kidnapped this pregnant woman who they want to pretty much their grandson dies and they kidnap this young pregnant woman to pretty much put their grandson's soul into her unborn child. And also they're Satanists as well, and they're part of this Satanist group cult, even though they don't really expand on that group much. If anything, they only have like one guy that comes to the house, or one of their friends, kinda comes to help them, but then turns out he's not really their friend much. I mean, the acting in this is good by everyone. I really like the girl that plays, what is her name, Sheila? Or not she, the character, the pregnant girl. Anyway, I liked her, the girl that played the pregnant girl. I liked her. Like the older couple, I can sort of, kind of sympathize with, but not even sympathize, kind of empathize. They had a daughter at one point, but then she killed herself because she lost her kid, so she got depressed and threw herself down a elevator shaft thing. But yeah, the scares in this are kind of creepy. Like there's a scene where the husband thinks he sees his wife in the bathroom flossing, and he's talking to her. Then he gets a call, and she's like, "Can you help me in the kitchen with the bags?" And then he looks over and sees her flossing her teeth out and at her jaw, or not jaw, but gums as well. And then you have another scene with pretty much just a ghost of the daughter as a child, as like a literally like a ghost sheet ghost. That was kind of creepy because they kept knocking. She would say, and then she would close the door, and then they would be over at this door, and then she would open. They keep knocking. That was creepy. I like that scene. But everything else is kind of, run by the numbers possession. But at first, I thought maybe the pregnant girl, was gonna get possessed. I mean, she does, kinda, but she's like tied to the bed, and she gets like possessed as they're reading scripture or the ritual, whatever. And turns out they didn't do it all the way, so that's why it kind of doesn't work at first. I mean, it works, but it doesn't bring like their grandson back, I guess. Even though like she can see the grandson, which is weird. Like I thought at first that he was actually alive because I'm like, wow, they're kidnapping this woman and having this kid just witness it. Okay, but then they're like, you can see him, and then okay. But yeah, it's mostly this girl tied to the bed, and pretty much they're trying to, bring their grandson back and put his soul in her baby, and then I guess probably kill her. Even though they're like, we're not gonna hurt you at the end of this, and then she tries to play off, oh, you guys will need help with raising it or something, and the ending of this is kind of weird because I didn't understand. I guess they raised a devil or one of the demons. There's a cool scene where, when they're doing the ritual, the camera pans like to the pregnant girl, and like you see like this big person that has like a black robe around and hood, and like it's like a crow or bird skull mask. That was pretty cool. But then the ending's kind of weird, where um, it turns into like Insidious, or like a haunted house movie, really, where all the ghosts pretty much are coming around and scaring her, and which is whatever. Again, that wasn't really an original idea. Again, I liked, I guess maybe this older couple. You don't really see that much, like older couple. Usually, it's like a young couple that's trying to do this whole bring her child back or whatever way we can. But yeah, pretty much it's the ending of this, like the final climax is not really that eventful for me, because it's not really that original. I mean, granted, I did I didn't mind like the whole part of like the ghost stuff. I kind of don't mind, but again, the pregnant girl, I liked the pregnant girl that was in this. Like, she did a really good job acting, and her character was kind of cool, or not cool, but I didn't mind like the other stuff that was happening. There's points where people, like at one point, a police officer, detective, she shows up and like shoots herself. Like, people, I guess, they come into contact with these people after they did like the ritual thing, they would just like randomly shoot herself, or put herself in a woodchuck thing, like with one guy. But yeah, overall, like the ending of this is kind of weird. It's half not original stuff that you've seen before, and then the very, very ending is just weird. I didn't understand it. I didn't understand if like the demon was it protecting her at the end, like, oh, you're pregnant with my soon-to-be body or whatever. But I didn't get it, so maybe, I don't know. And it just ends. I'm like, all right, whatever. But yeah, this is not really I mean, the only scary parts is like, if let's take the supernatural element out of this. Picture yourself like you get kidnapped by these crazy older folk and their beliefs of Satanism. Take out the supernatural stuff. That's more scarier than the supernatural stuff. Really, I would have liked it if it was more psychological drama. Nothing supernatural is happening, but you know, that's just me, I guess. Maybe because I've seen too many of these movies, so. But I don't know, I was curious because I saw the trailer, I liked the trailer, and, you know, it doesn't really do much for me, so, yeah.